There is a beer out there for everybody, even you who swears they hate beer. Ladies and gentlemen, beer enthusiasts, and even you watching trying to find a beer you might enjoy, welcome to my channel. So, most people that dislike beer come to the conclusion that all beer tastes the same, like gross water or sweaty feet. Although that is true about some beers, not naming any names, that is inaccurate about most beers, the good ones. So make sure you stick around and figure out which beers are worth your while trying before you completely give up on the search and just go back to whatever it was you were drinking. Welcome to the table. So today we're going to be drinking my very own Northwest Pale Ale that I brewed here at my house, the first beer ever, and I'm still going through the bottles, so that's what we're going to drink today. I'm not going to talk about how it really tastes because we did that in a previous video already. I'll leave a link to that right up here in the corner, and that's where you can go check out and learn how good this beer is. This is what we're going to be drinking today, and these are large bottles, so I still have a little bit left there. We'll just set that over there. So without further ado, cheers to you, and let's figure out what beer will suit you the best. Alrighty. So, drinking plays a huge role in social interaction. I mean, just think about it. You have New Year's parties, Super Bowl parties, St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, Mardi Gras, weddings, Oktoberfest, the list goes on. All of these events provide a surge of income for the alcohol industry. But what about you? You know, the person that shows up to these events that doesn't really like beer. What do? I mean, sure, you could go down and get a bottle of Jack Daniels or some gross vodka to sip on all night, but everybody knows that beer is cheaper on the wallet, especially for events like this, and it's much more enjoyable. So let's dive into the 6 beers that you need to give a try, starting with number 1, Blue Moon. I am a huge fan of Blue Moon. This was the first beer that I honestly started enjoying when I kind of explored beers, and I put it on the list not only because I enjoy it, but because it was on 3 of the lists that I looked up when trying to put together this video. So apparently, it's a very good starter beer. It is a Belgian-style wheat beer, brewed with Valencia orange peels, and it gives it a subtle sweetness. It's very crisp, tangy, slightly spicy, and has a lot of citrusy undertones that make it more comparable to a fruity, fizzy cocktail, and not like you're drinking a loaf of bread. Second on our list is Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy. This is a beer that is light and crisp and tastes just like lemonade but with fuzz, so a sparkling lemonade, if you will. It's probably the best choice for those of you that maybe enjoy a Mike's Hard Lemonade or some sort of sugary Smirnoff. That's kind of how sweet it is, but it is a beer. The sad thing is, the Leinenkugel Summer Shandy is only available during the summer, so if you find yourself enjoying it a lot, you're gonna have to stock up for the winter. Third on the list is Shock Top Lemon Shandy. This one is a special one, even though it's another shandy. Think of it like Blue Moon and Leinenkugel's got together and brewed this together and made a baby. Like, it's a Belgian-style wheat beer similar to Blue Moon, but like Leinenkugel's, it adds lemon and lime citrus to give it that smooth finish. This one is also only available seasonally in the summer, so if this is more of your style, again, you're gonna have to stock up for the winter to keep yourself going. Alright, so 4th on the list is Rubeus by the Founders Brewing Company. Now, I think it's pronounced Rubeus, I'm not exactly sure, but we're gonna go with it. So, Rubeus is Founders' stunning berry red masterpiece. It is the perfect blend of sweet, tart, and refreshing. It isn't just another boring beer or summer shandy. It's something completely different. I would say it tastes a lot like a Moscato in a way. So if you're a wine drinker and that's kind of primarily what your go-to is, I would suggest trying Rubeus. It's probably your closest match, and yes, you can then say you're drinking beer. Next to last is a IPA, which I struggled deciding whether or not I was going to put this one on the list. It showed up on a couple of other lists that I was researching with, and most people when they hear the word IPA, they get a little skeptical because it's hit or miss. Some people like them, some people don't. but I'm gonna tell you, the Sierra Nevada Hazy Little Thing IPA is not like your typical IPA. This is an IPA, but the flavors are a lot more like orange juice than a stereotypical bitter IPA. It showcases all of the fruity hop qualities without much of the bitter side at all, keeping it forward, smooth, and juicy. It's a swirling cloud of fruit-forward hop adventures for the daring. I think it's worth a try. And last on the list, number 6 is not a specific beer that you should try, but more of a specific style you need to try. I couldn't figure out which specific beer I wanted to put in here, that's why it's a style. And that is the milk stout, or otherwise known as sweet stout varieties. I put this on here because a lot of people have a sweet tooth. And milk stouts are sweet, chocolatey, and can be filling. They're also known as dessert beers and are perfect for anyone who has a sweet tooth for chocolate. Now, I think the 3 main ones that you do need to try are Moo-Hoo Chocolate Milk Stout by Terrapin, the Milk Stout Nitro by Left Hand Brewing, and the Cream Stout by Samuel Adams. Those are the top 3 I would recommend in the milk stout or dessert stout category. They're all very sweet, very filling, chocolatey, and just a wonderful beer. I mean, they don't even taste like beer. It's crazy. It's like it's almost like you're drinking chocolate milk, but with a kick. I mean, I guess that might sound kind of gross, so if it sounds gross, just disregard that description. I mean, just take my word for it. They're good. They're good. So next time you're in the store, wander over to that beer area that you always avoid and check out some milk stouts. You might find some pretty interesting flavors that might pique your interest. Now, even though this is a list about beer, I think it's important to throw in a little bit of ciders here at the end, because ciders are a great way to acclimate your palate to a similar flavor profile that you'll find in a beer. Ciders are made from fermented apple juice, which makes it a lot sweeter. The first cider that I would recommend is Ace Pineapple. It tastes exactly as it's named, like pineapple, like a pineapple juice. Like you cracked open a can of Dole pineapple and mixed it with a little bit of alcohol. It's beautiful. It was one of the first ciders that my wife ever decided that she liked. And she hates beer, so that's saying something. The next cider I suggest trying is the Cider Boys brand. They have a handful of flavors that are all a blend of apple and something. Some of my favorites include the Strawberry Magic, Raspberry Mash, Peach Country, and Mango Tango. I promise it tastes a lot better than an Angry Orchard or any of the Red's ale brands, like Red's Apple, Red's Peach, Red's Strawberry, all that. It's way better, I promise you. So it's definitely worth a shot. To all you beer haters, and even the ones that stuck around just to hear about some good beer, I hope I've inspired you to go out and try something new. At least give beer a second chance before you give up all hope on it. I promise you, it's some good stuff. It really is. Now, if you want a more detailed list of some of the beers that I mentioned, as well as a lot of other beers that I didn't mention, check out the links in the description down below. There's a bunch of websites that have other beers that you might enjoy if you're trying to get yourself into the world of beer. As always, leave a like if you enjoy the content, and make sure you just subscribe for more videos in the future. I gotta go finish the rest of this beer, and it's about 3:30, so I'm gonna go enjoy my afternoon. You guys have a great weekend. Cheers.